Well, gang, it's Monday. Crash the Titans. Let's get into it with our opponent Ragnarok, who is a green, red, and blue user. His green ability costs 14, called Godlike Power. What it'll do team damage. I'm trying to remember here. Does it destroy columns on the board? Because I'm thinking about the original version of Godlike Power. Let me get to my Ragnarok real quick, because he's ascended, but I don't remember where he's at ascended wise. There we go. Alright, Godlike Power, I said, deals damage to all enemies on the board, and then damage to allies, and then destroys a random column. That's what it was. I knew it had some form of tile destruction there. Thunderclap is his red ability, which costs 6. Since it's at level 5, adds 4 blue tiles to the board, and then deals damage. And then finally, Lightning Rod is his blue ability, which costs 8. Converts 3 green basic tiles into green charge tiles, and then giving him a burst of health as well. And then affiliation for those that care: Villains, Dark Avengers, Team Iron Man, Synthetic Non-Humans, and Hammer. And we are going to be using Jane Foster Thor. And I do remember in the previous video that I wasn't going to use my 370 because that's just not fun for you guys watching. But that we'll use my 286, but we'll use the 370 as a baseline as far as powers goes. Yes, I could ascend her, but I need another 370 Jane Foster before I do that. So Smite is her red ability that costs 10. It will deal damage to the target, and then additional damage for each charge tile on the board, and then converts 3 random basic blue, yellow, or red tiles on the board to charge tiles. Striking distance is her yellow ability, which costs 12, does team damage, and then if there happens to be any strike, attack, or protect tiles on the board, then you'll convert at least 3 of them into charge tiles, and then at higher levels deals more damage, and then adds countdowns and repeaters into the mix as well. Power Surge is her blue ability that costs 9, stuns the target for 3 turns, and then converts 5 random blue, yellow, or red basic tiles into charge tiles. And then her affiliations for those that care: Heroes, Avengers, Team Cap, Godlike, Enhanced, Battle World, and Deity. Alright, strategy time. The thing that we want to do, we actually want Ragnarok to chase after his blue. Yeah, I know he's gonna heal, but that's gonna put charge tiles on the board. The more charge tiles we have on the board, the more powerful her red's gonna be. Ironically, no, not ironically enough, but coincidentally enough, we also want Ragnarok to get enough red to where we can get those blue tiles that he creates and stun them for 3 turns. So ideally, that's the strategy behind that there. As far as boosts go, for those that want to use boost, boost your red, yellow, boost your purple, blue. But here, I'm going with neutral colors because, hey, it's not going to really affect the battle. And, still got to get those milestones done. So I'll let my matches do the talking from this point forward. yeah, that was pretty much light work even for you might as well call her the baby champion, Jane Foster. So as far as people to pair her up with, one of the ones that we used to use back in the day, and it's still really relevant, is her with the 4-star Iron Man. Well, in my case, the Ascended Iron Man, Iron Man Model 40. So let's go down to him real quick. Yes, he has the same power, well, same colors as Chain, but the main thing we're using from him is his recharge. Recharge costs 6, creates countdown tiles on the board, but when the countdown tiles reach 0, you gain 4 red AP, 4 blue AP. That's so you got enough AP to get somebody stunned and effectively take out somebody on the enemy team, whoever is the most uh, pressing target, to say the least. Now that we have more characters, at least in the game, that create charge tiles, it's actually kind of cool to pair her up with someone like, say, Lockjaw, for example, because Lockjaw's green will put charge tiles on the board, and then again, the more charge tiles you have on the board, when she fires off her red smite, it'll do massive damage to the opponent. Riri Williams would be another solid option, though you're giving up the stun though, with Jane, and you're getting, I would say, more consistent red AP generation with Riri. So there's a plus behind that too, and then plus you're gonna get more charge tiles on the board whenever Riri's blue settles, and you know it makes its matches and whatnot. Totally Awesome Hulk would be another decent option, provided you have enough charge tiles based off of his blue ability. If he happens, I mean not blue, but off of his black heal, just in case. Let me see here. Who else creates charge tiles off of memory? I'm just going through the roster right now. Dark Beast, not so much. Negasonic would be a solid option, though you have to be careful about matching the charge tiles, because Negasonic will start blowing stuff up on the board. 5-star option would obviously be Black Bolt, because Black Bolt makes charge tiles at the start of each turn, provided that there's at least 4 charge tiles, and then he starts doing damage to the enemy team, or well, to the target more specifically. You got Gator Loki, with his yellow and his black abilities, so that could also be an option as well if you need to do some board swappage, tile swappage and whatnot. Throg would be another option. Again, pair Throg up with a good friend Iron Man, and then hey, you can go airborne if necessary, destroy tiles on the board, or if you want to zip zap folks, if you're playing with folks who happen to make enemy attack tiles. So that, again, that's an option there too. And again, I'm just going through seeing who else that I know that creates Charge House, but for the most part, yeah, Iron Man 40 and Jane Foster, that'll probably carry you for a lot of battles um, in 4-star land. But you know, as the game has evolved, you say more to the passive quest with Polaris. You know, it's not going to be as viable, but if you can get any boost to start your fight off to where you get Iron Man uh, recharge within those turns, you can stun Polaris and get her out of the fight pretty quickly. Anyway, that's just me rambling now. Um, we will get to Angela and Friends momentarily, but we do have to. We're gonna probably look at Dupe. Uh, well, it will be next week for Dupe's Crash. So we'll we'll go into the multiple powers of Dupe and figure out one that will help us defeat both of the crashes there. So that's enough of me rambling about the crash. We'll get into the Angela and Friends Welcome to Shield momentarily.